Welcome, 6th grade agents. Listen, I am your mission guide, and we have an absolute code red on our hands. We're skipping the pleasantries and jumping straight into this briefing because, frankly, time is not on our side. Your school is facing an unprecedented crisis, and you are literally the only ones equipped to fix it. Here's the situation. Just this morning, the school's magical map completely vanished. It's been shattered into fragments, and without it, total chaos. Students can't find their classrooms, teachers are wandering the halls completely lost, and books have just vanished from the library. But worst of all, and this is a true disaster, agents, the cafeteria is closed. No snacks, no lunch, unacceptable, right? We absolutely cannot let this stand. Completing today's English missions is the only way to recover those fragments. Your English skills are going to literally save the school. Okay, here is your rescue protocol. We've got 6 steps. First, the mission. Second, school vocabulary. Third, cracking the there is and there are codes. Fourth, investigating with how many. Fifth, mastering yes or no questions. And finally, your final training. Let's move. Section 1, the mission. Recover the magical map.
Section 2, school vocabulary, places, and objects.
All right, before deploying you into the field, you need to know your environment inside and out. So let's map out your basic survival tools. For locations, if you need a book, you're heading to the library. Starving, you need the cafeteria. You've also got the computer lab, the gym, the playground, the bathroom, and of course, the principal's office. Now, for your field items, the classroom objects. We're talking your desk, chair, board, your backpack, notebook, pencil, pen, book, eraser, and ruler. Lock these into your memory right now, because they are your bread and butter out there. Section 3. There is and there are secret codes. Okay, here is your very first reporting code. For singular targets, meaning exactly one thing or person, you use there is. But the second you spot 2 or more things or people, you have to switch over to the plural code, which is there are. It's a super simple binary rule, but if you mix them up, headquarters gets the wrong intel, and we just can't have that. Let's look at how this plays out in the field. If you're reporting on a single teacher, you say there is one teacher in the classroom, because again, one teacher is singular. But if you walk in and see 20 students, that's plural, right? You absolutely must report there are 20 students. It's clean, it's logical, and it works every single time.
Section 4, investigating quantities with how many.
Now, when you need to find out exact quantities, you're going to use the phrase how many. But listen closely, agents, because here's the trick. How many absolutely must be followed by a plural noun and then are there. You don't ask how many desks, you ask how many desks. It is always, always plural. So imagine headquarters radios you with an urgent field test. The comms crackle and you hear, "Agent, how many students are there in the classroom?" Notice how we put the plural noun students right after how many. You scan the room, you do a quick count, and you fire back your affirmative plural code. There are 30 students. Boom. Intel delivered. Mission accomplished. Let's run a second scenario. The library's inventory is totally missing. The radio crackles again. "Agent, how many books are there in the library?" You check your map fragments, and you respond with total confidence. And because it's way more than one, you use the plural code. There are 100 books. See, you guys are totally getting the hang of this. Section 5. Yes or no questions for rapid confirmation. Sometimes you just need a quick yes or no. To turn your affirmative code into a question, all you have to do is invert the words. It's a quick tactical flip. Instead of saying there is, you swap them to is there for a singular question. Like, is there a computer in the classroom? For plurals, just flip there are to are there. Like, are there books in your backpack? It's literally just flipping the first 2 words, and suddenly you're interrogating your environment. And when you're on the receiving end of these questions, keep your answer short and efficient. For a singular target, confirm it with yes there is or deny it with no there isn't. For a plural target, it's simply yes there are or no there aren't. Keep it tight, keep it fast, that's how we win. Section 6. Final training and summary. Let's prep for deployment. All right, let's decode some intercepted field reports. Here's one from the My School file. There is a big library at my school. Now, why did the operative use there is? Because they're talking about one single, solitary library. It's the singular affirmative code perfectly executed. Let's look at a second transmission. There are desks, chairs, and a big board in the classroom. Brilliant work by our scout here.
They spotted multiple desks and multiple chairs. So they immediately engaged the plural code, there are. I bet you all spotted that right away, didn't you? To make sure you don't freeze up under pressure, headquarters put together this ultimate cheat sheet. It's got your affirmative singular and plural, how to flip them into questions, and exactly how to deploy how many for finding quantities. Seriously, take a mental snapshot of this right now. It's your ultimate guide.
And don't worry, you're not going in entirely blind. You actually have a complete physical mission briefing document. Keep it close to you. You can reference it during your actual classroom tasks to make sure you're decoding the English perfectly and winning those map fragments back. All right, the briefing is over. The situation is critical, but honestly, I have complete faith in your abilities. You know the places, you know the objects, and you know exactly how to use there is and there are. So I'm going to leave you with one final question to ponder as you step into the field. Agents, are you ready to use your English, recover those map fragments, and finally get that cafeteria open again? Good luck out there.